they don't like me. God, I'm so getting demonetized for this. Oh boy. Hold on, it's chubby.
I don't know if it'll ever dry out.
It's depressing. You ready for our big day together?
Or more like, are you ready for a big day together?
Good morning. So the problem with being my husband's right-hand person is some of the jobs that Carissa also asked me to do, I forget until first thing the next morning. So this morning I'm just running and getting some hay bales for across the road and some straw bales for across the road. Oh man, it's so wet. Oh, my field. This is like spring thaw wet. Anyway, we stockpile these bales in the middle of the barn, and then they last. I haven't got a bale for them in probably like 9 days, so it lasts quite a while. Their main diet, of course, is that corn and supplement, and then they just have free choice hay. And with the number of lambs over there, they're just not going through it as fast. Bale straw, bale of hay, and then another bale of straw at the back. So we like to keep enough straw at the back so it's easy to bed the back, and a bale at the front so it's easy to bed the front. But yeah, my lambs look good. I know I come on here every day and it's like literally Groundhog Day, but falls like this are just so frustrating. The weather changes every morning. Every morning we sit down, have coffee, and for whatever reason, I don't know why we torture ourselves this much, but we open up the weather app and it always changes. A lot of pitfalls yesterday.
What did you do?
But it's all dead slugs.
Escarnot.
But last night we came into the house and we were feeling better again. And then we opened up the app this morning again, and it's like the 14-day is once again looking like rain every second or third day, and a lot of it. We are so wet. I can't describe how wet we are for this time of year especially. It's not that we can't handle the wet, but we can't get our wheat in the ground. So this is winter wheat, so we plant it in the fall. And then of course it comes up in the spring, and we would harvest next summer, and we've already got this stuff booked out. I mean, we don't ever overbook, we always just do our crop insurance average. But a year like this, I don't even think we have half our wheat in, so it's just stressful. So I'm trying to kind of stay positive for Mark, because I know it's really stressing him out in his quiet way, but there's literally nothing we can do about the weather. I'm just gonna stay a little bit longer with my kids. Except for they don't like me. Well, it's been one heck of a morning, but we got our dryer figured out. there was some settings, I don't know, something happened, and it was an emergency call to Jack. Jack has a big day of school today, but he was feeling really bad for Dad. So he helped us out, talked us through it, and we got that going, fired up. And we're just on our first load of corn for today. Feeling a little less stressed now. Now it's gonna be just go, 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 so I won't have a whole lot of time to grab the camera. So the corn is 28.9 right now. It's in between 28 and 30. We will start corn basically anytime like 30 or under, and I know that sounds crazy to anybody south of us, but we have limited days and snow can come, and we can't do this in the snow. So that is the pressure. We're just constantly under pressure when it comes to harvest. We are in our second field. This one's a bit bigger than the other one. The other one was only like 20 acres. This one's 68, 70 acres, 68, something like that. We are trying to get this field off. We're probably gonna make a bit of a mucky mess. However, this field and one of our soybean fields, one of our really wet soybean fields, are gonna be tiled. So they were waiting for us to get the crop off. So we decided to pick this one off first. And the other reason is because we have a lane for our wagons. The part of the stressor of a wet fall is logistics on wagons, where to load wagons, where you don't want to get stuck in fields, you don't want to make a mess in fields, we don't like compaction in fields. All these things that Mark is thinking about all the time. So just another little thing to think about when it's a wet fall. I feel bad ever complaining about falls that aren't wet, because wet falls are the worst. Snow is worse, but wet ones are pretty bad. So we will be working at this for the rest of the day until the dryer fills. This was the only time I've been able to talk to you guys. Corn is insane for all the right reasons. It means it's yielding probably quite well. Slower to unload because the corn's so wet. The good news is we're done corn for the day. Everything, the wet bin's full, the dryer's plugging away. So Mark's seeing if there's any fields even remotely ready for some wheat to go in it. So we're checking this field at my in-laws' chicken barns, where I used to work. Fun fact. That side is way too wet, but this side might go. What's that?
I don't know if it'll ever dry out.
It's depressing. From the road it looks gray, but it's gummy. Yeah. It's too bad.
First part is we had like 2 more days, it'd be about perfect.
And we don't. Would have gone? Murphy's Law.
A lot better than the other day.
Would you still have to dry them?
Well, if they're low enough, I would just
take them to town?
Like, yeah, if they're like 14 or 15, I take them to town. I pay the drying there.
Well, Mark is going to go babysit the dryer for the rest of the night. I am going to go in the house, edit a vlog, eat some supper, and I think my barn plans for tomorrow have once again got squashed because I think he's gonna try and take off soybeans. So that's a big switcheroo again in the morning. Good morning, everyone. It is, I have no idea what it is, Thursday, Friday, Thursday. Meaty. What was going to be a complete write-off today, it was supposed to rain all day today. They pushed the rain off. It's still really kind of overcast and gross out. We've got all the wagons emptied from yesterday. The dryer's actually going through it pretty quick considering it's like 29% corn. Kind of chomped through more than we thought. So instead of switching over to beans, the beans will not be ready. They might not have even been ready at all today. It's too damp in the morning and overcast. We need sun and wind, and we have none of either. So we're gonna keep at corn. It's just the two of us because Monty had something else to do today. So it's not too far away. It's kind of just kitty corner from our farm. So that is that, but corn is going pretty decent and the yields are really good. So we're very blessed, very happy about that. And yeah, the barn work will have to wait till tomorrow for, my rams need hoof trimmed and vaccinated. That needs to get done because breeding starts again next week. We're gonna just wait for our orders, aren't we, Lucy? Ready for our big day together?
Or more like, are you ready for a big day together?
Mark was doing some acrobatics. Our cross auger from the wet bin to the dryer just seems to get bridged or plugged up. That is the one thing with this wet corn, which we haven't actually had before. We've had wetter corn and it doesn't do that. So I'm not sure what's going on with it this year, if it's a bit waxier or what's going on. He's just taking the rest of the wagons to the field and I think we're gonna get going here shortly. We are just about finished this field. So we started over there yesterday. Look how nice it is. This is the storm coming in, fast and furious. So hopefully we can just get that little chunk off. I don't know how much is there, maybe 5 acres, if that, 3 acres. But we're down to our last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 wagons. So it should fit, hopefully. I just remembered, every time I turn on the camera and actually point it at myself, which I actually do not like doing because of this, it is gonna go get corrected in, what time is it? I don't even know what time it is. I better check. I think I have a hair appointment tonight. The storm is about an hour away. I'm hoping we can get everything back in the yard. We filled the dryer. We are gonna be able to fill all the wagons likely and hopefully get this field off, which is really unexpected. We didn't have Monty today for most of the day, but he had his grandson had to get his wisdom teeth out. So he's kind of on Uber duty, I think, for that. But he joined us at like 2:30 and then it's just been going like awesome since then. But for me, it's been really busy. Good morning. I was able to sneak out last night. 46 again, that's nice. Problem with 30% corn is when you have to keep it on wagons for over a few hours. So these guys have been sitting on these wagons overnight because we had filled up our wet bin. So basically when we fill this, we fill all the wagons. And 30% corn is wet, so it sticks to the wagons. And we can't leave it even in the corners over the weekend or until it stops raining, whenever that will be. So Mark's in there right now sweeping out the wagons. The day has come. We are 8 days behind. Little boy's hooves. Well, hello, Edward. This is Ed Sheeran. Hello, Ed. You're quite the character now. All right, we're gonna be doing a couple things. I'm gonna be hoof trimming, which you've seen a million times, so I'm not gonna make you watch that again, unless there's a performance of some sort. But what Carissa will be doing is we are actually vaccinating these rams. The rams have to get vaccinated once a year, just like the ewes, just an annual booster shot. There you go, bud. Come on. Come on. There. Fire away. Let me know if you want me to squeeze them. Good? Yep. And then, oh yeah, so when you go to do, just go to activity TASVAX. Yeah. When you scan them, or do you already scan them? Yeah, perfect. I think that's all am I forgetting anything? Other thing while these guys are upside down, this is kind of a pre-breeding time to check. Probably something I should be doing before every breed is kind of do the hooves and actually check testicles, just make sure everything looks decent underneath. So everything feels to be where it's supposed to be. God, I'm so getting demonetized for this. I'm trying to think of all the stuff the vet taught me. Are you laughing at me? And the circumference has to be decent. So this guy is good. This is Lucky. Lucky is the one Suffolk that did not get on the truck with the rest of the Suffolks. And this is why I got rid of my Suffolks. They do not fit in any of my equipment. So we have to figure out how this is going to happen. You've already flipped it over the wrong way. All right, you gotta put your head down. Down, good, 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 good. Good, now, good. Good boy. Lift. Hi, William. All right, you're gonna have to. You're not as big as you think you are. Just force. He's kind of half in, half out. His feet are fine. I wonder if this is the one we did with Charlie. Remember we did 1 or 2? That's 4. Chill. Ready? Try that. Whew. Lucky. You want in? Oh boy. Hold on, we're back up. Here we go. There we go. Try that. There you go. Oh, one more step. Good. All right, one thing that Carissa did this week while I was in the fields was we weaned the bottle lamb. So as of yesterday, the milk has left the machine, which is in here, but we've been running water, and that really, really does help them with the crying and stuff, but they're still a little mad. What I do need to do, I checked my Gallagher, and sure enough, 3 weeks ago yesterday is when I did that last dose of their clostridial antitoxin. It has 3 weeks of protection, which means today they need another dose. So that worked out really well, the timing. The one thing I'm a bit concerned of are the 2 lambs that had that reaction last time. But we do have some epinephrine. We have epinephrine and we have some dexamethasone. So if indeed they go down again, we can treat them. So we're gonna take our chances because I don't want them to go down when we're not here. Holy, it's loud. Okay, this black one and number 30 was the other one, wasn't it? Okay, so be interesting to see if they will react twice in a row, if there was some sort of injection issue I had last time. Oh, hi. Okay, we'll do you. It's chubby. You've been eating just fine. Okay, little one. Don't you scare us again, okay? Scare us again. Stay on your feet. It's got like or something? Where are you going? Exactly you can. So ratty. Oh my gosh. All right. Okay. So good news. My battery's almost dead and my lambs are okay. Yay!